Newsalite Herald, Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. We're close to finding Einstein's missing phase of matter, popular mechanics. Dark matter breakthrough. CERN results hints at evidence of new physics, Express UK. Quantum sensing on a chip, MIT News. Trump will release transcripts of conversation with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Legal insurrection. Spain drops arrest warrant for former Catalan leader, CNBC. Feature. House Democrats may create a select committee to handle Trump impeachment, the Daily Beast. A senior Democratic ally tells the Daily Beast that the idea of a select panel has been raised by some members as a way to consolidate impeachment proceedings around Donald Trump. No decisions have been made, the aide said. We understand some members may endorse this publicly. The caucus will make these decisions. Top headlines. We're close to finding Einstein's missing phase of matter, popular mechanics. Scientists are using an old-school method of shooting protons past each other to gain new insight into the inner workings of high-energy protons. For years, scientists have aimed to prove the existence of a theorized phase of matter called color glass condensate, which can allegedly be found in high-energy protons and heavy nuclei. Photons produced in these experiments can go through a proton's core without damaging it, creating new particles and a snapshot of the charged particles inside. Dark matter breakthrough. CERN results hint at evidence of new physics, Express UK. An experiment conducted at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, demonstrates a landmark new technique for capturing and measuring the extremely rare decay of subatomic particles. And the results, presented at a CERN seminar today, indicate how precise measurements of the process could hint at new physics beyond the standard model developed in the 1970s. Headlines. Quantum sensing on a chip, MIT News. MIT researchers have, for the first time, fabricated a diamond-based quantum sensor on a silicon chip. The advance could pave the way towards low-cost, scalable hardware for quantum computing, sensing, and communication. Nitrogen vacancy NV centers in diamonds are defects with electrons that can be manipulated by light and microwaves. In response, they emit colored photons that carry quantum information about surrounding magnetic and electric fields, which can be used for biosensing, neuroimaging, object detection, and other sensing applications. Trump will release transcripts of conversation with Ukrainian President Zelensky, legal insurrection. Tuesday, Trump announced via Twitter that he would release the complete, full, declassified, and unredacted transcript of my phone conversation with President Zelensky of Ukraine. In this particular conversation, Trump has been accused of pressuring Zelensky to investigate former Vice President Biden, whose son's company received favorable business dealings with Ukrainians while Biden was in office. Spain drops arrest warrant for former Catalan leader. CNBC. Spain's Supreme Court dropped a European arrest warrant for former Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont on Thursday after Germany refused to extradite him to face a charge of rebellion for declaring Catalonia an independent state last year. The Spanish court also dropped European arrest warrants for 5 other Catalan pro-independence leaders living abroad. Wire. Battery with a twist, Science Daily. Marcus Niederberger, professor for multifunctional materials at ETH Zurich, and his team have created a new prototype battery. The researchers have developed a prototype for a flexible thin film battery that can be bent, stretched, and even twisted without interrupting the supply of power. Trump. We will uphold the right of free speech against social media giants, InfoWars. In a rousing speech before the UN Tuesday, President Trump vowed to protect Americans' free speech in the face of assaults by social media companies. We must always be skeptical of those who want conformity and control, said the president. Even in free nations, we see alarming signs and new challenges to liberty. A small number of social media platforms are acquiring immense power over what we can see and over what we are allowed to say, he continued. Air Force set to deploy its counter-drone phaser microwave weapons overseas, the Drive. The beam is like a searchlight from a lighthouse, Don Sullivan, chief technologist of directed energy at Raytheon's Missile Systems business, said in 2018. The fact that you can simultaneously track and immediately move to the next target to address not just a swarm, but multiple swarms is a big advantage. USF and Script show how 3D printed circuit structures can replace PCBs. Printed Electronics Now magazine. In an SMTA white paper recently published by CircuitNet Orlando, Florida-based EndScript, its research arm Skiberial and researchers at the University of South Florida described a roadmap for using 3D printing to move from printed circuit boards, PCBs, which are standard in electronics packaging designs today, to printed circuit structures, PCSs. Warren surges ahead of Biden in New Hampshire poll. Politico. A series of recent early state polls show Joe Biden and Warren separating from the pack. Soldier arrested for threatening to bomb major news network headquarters, crooks and liars. The FBI arrested Jarrett William Smith, a U.S. Army soldier stationed at Fort Riley in Kansas. Smith had been in contact with an FBI informant and reportedly gave them bomb-making instructions, as well as discussions about possible targets, including the headquarters of a major news network. Hint, it wasn't Fox News. Antifa and Beto O'Rourke. This has been your newsreader, P.G. Gordy, for Newsalite Herald, Wednesday, September 25th, 2019. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.